This is the Growth Table Podcast, where growth isn't just a destination, it's a daily decision. Welcome back to another empowering episode of the Growth Table Podcast. This is a space where growth is not your destination, but actually your daily decision. I'm your host, Joshua Salvation, and today we are diving deep into a topic that is not just important but necessary for real transformation. Focusing on yourself, staying silent, and letting go of distractions. This episode is inspired by some of the raw truth from Mel Robbins and other thought leaders. We are going to uncover why silence, self-discipline, and solitude can become your greatest asset in the journey of growth. So I wanted to grab your journal, get comfortable, and let's grow! Hey, listen, silence is not weakness. It's where your power starts. When you stop talking and start doing, people will start feeling the shift. Why is silence powerful? Let's start here. Silence is not just the absence of noise, it's the beginning of clarity. In a world that thrives on noise, where opinions flies as fast and validation is just a scroll away, choosing silence is a rebellion but a wise one. Silence helps you observe, it helps you think deeply and make decisions that aren't influenced by hype or pressure. It creates room for ideas to breathe and for self-awareness to blossom. When you are quiet, you are in the tune with what you truly want, not what others are expecting from you. You've got too much in you to be distracted. Stay focused because every time you drift, your goals get further. Keep your eyes on the vision. Why is it important to focus on yourself? Now let's talk about self-focus because most people believe self-focus is selfishness, but rather it's self-respect. You don't have to feel guilty for taking care of yourself or giving more priority to yourself. Focusing on yourself means aligning your time, energy, and intentions with your purpose. Not every battle is yours, and not every opinion deserves a response. Not even every crowd is worth following at some point. When you learn to focus inward, you begin to grow outward. Your mind will sharpen, your goals become clearer, and you stop comparing yourself with everyone and start competing with your last version. Talk less. Stop telling everyone your next move. Let your work speak for you. You don't need to explain success. You just have to build it. Why is it important to talk less for us to get greater results? Let's put it in a question. Why do we even talk so much about what we're going to do? When we talk so much about what we're going to do, it gives us a dopamine hit. It feels like progress. But the truth is that talking does not build. Action does. Doing the real job does the building. Mel Robbins talks about working in silence, and it's powerful. When you stop announcing and start executing, you protect your energy from doubt, criticism, and distraction. Let your results be the noise. Let your life speak louder than your words ever could. Not every opinion deserves a space in your mind. People will project their fear onto you. Don't accept it. Keep going. Their noise is not your truth. How do you ignore negativity when you're trying to grow? Because negativity is everywhere. It's online, offline, sometimes even within our homes or social circles. But here is what we need to remember. Negativity is loud because it's empty. Remember the saying, the empty barrel makes the loudest noise? That is true in this case. People criticize when they don't understand, especially when you choose growth. You must learn to filter out that noise. Not all feedback is helpful, and not every voice deserves your attention. Stay grounded, stay clear. The mission is bigger than their opinions. You won't always feel motivated, but you've got to show up anyways. Discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. Stay consistent. It's where real growth happens. Let's talk about the power of discipline and consistency. Why is it important to stay disciplined and be consistent with your actions? Discipline is what keeps you going when the hype dies. When the motivation drowns, discipline still keeps you on the race. Motivation will get you started, that is the truth. But without discipline, you can't finish your race. And the secret weapon to this is consistency. Consistency is not about massive effort. It's not about putting that whole effort once. It's about breaking your effort in small actions. When you do it well every single day, then there comes growth. That is what builds the real unshakable success that we talk about. Start with one habit, keep at it, stack another one, and keep repeating that process until success is achieved. If they drain you, distract you, or disrespect you, it's time that you let go. You can't rise while carrying what is breaking you. In your journey to success, you will have contact with toxic people. Why is it important that you let go of those people even if you feel they are an integral part of your life? We're going to talk relationships here now. If someone makes you feel small, confused, or constantly drained, know that they are not your people. They aren't meant to be in your circle. Growth requires letting go. You cannot climb if you are always carrying a dead weight over your head. Toxic people will always blur your vision and drown your clarity. It's important that you protect your space and protect your peace. It's okay to love people from a distance, and still choose yourself or still prioritize your well-being. Start small, one good habit at a time. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just keep building and watch how your life transforms. Now we've talked about consistency, right? We've talked about how breaking your big actions into small steps and stacking them creates success. Now, have you wondered how those small actions we take or small habits create success? Here is the golden truth. Those small, boring habits are the building blocks of greatness. A house is not built by simply pulling the whole bricks and pouring down and then the house emerges. It's built by consistent layering of small 2-inch blocks or 5-inch blocks until the house is built. Same here. You don't need massive change overnight. If you wait, the change you need might just be waking up 30 minutes earlier, drinking more water, reading one page of a book or a novel or an article you love every single day, or saying no when it matters. Over time, these small decisions will shape a strong identity. They will become who you are. And guess what? That is when success begins to feel effortless to you because it's built into your daily life. Stop fearing alone time because that is where you meet your real self. If you can grow in solitude, nothing can shake you in the crowd. When you are growing, there is an important part of growth that deals with solitude. Being by yourself is not loneliness, it's an invitation to meet the real you. How do you embrace solitude for self-growth? When you spend time alone, without the noise, without the buzz, without the scrolling, without the pretense, you start rediscovering your voice, your fears, and your strength because they are all needed. Solitude teaches you to like yourself, to know yourself, and that is one of the most powerful positions to lead your life from. Now, we're going to be ending this episode with this final thought. You don't need to be louder. You need to be clearer. You don't need more applause. You need more alignment. Cut out the noise from your head, from your sides. Embrace the silence. Focus on yourself and let your growth do the talking. If this episode resonated with you, share with someone who needs this truth. And then remember, the loudest moves often happen in the quietest rooms. Until next time, Stay grounded, stay intentional, and as always, grow at your own pace. This is the Growth Table Podcast, where growth isn't just a destination, it's a daily decision.